Hey everyone, and welcome to Chronicles of the Dragoona. This is going to be like a little short series that is involving my tabletop role-playing game that I've created called Adventures Within. You might see me playing it on Sunday evenings from 8 o'clock till about midnight with my main crew. This one is more in particular for my roommates, because they are helping me make Adventures Within, and we are mostly pretty much just playtesting some of my ideas that I am doing with the game system, and even more so, sprinkling in some lore of my world that has developed to be what's called the Dragoona, which is essentially soldiers that affiliate themselves with dragons or literally companions with dragons. Think of something that's like a combination of like the Dragoon from Final Fantasy, with a little sprinkle of like How to Train Your Dragon and literally just, dragon riding. This particular series is going to be kind of podcast style, where it's mostly going to be audio recordings, because I don't have any cameras or anything like that, so that I could physically show us all sitting at a coffee table with a fucking roll-up mat that you buy from your local game store for like $7 and a bunch of miniatures you print out with your 3D printer. So, podcast style, so there's going to be a little bit of editing, and it's probably going to be more spanned out across the weeks. Mostly because it's scheduling. I work night shifts primarily. One of my roommates works night shift, graveyard shift, kind of like overnight, and then the other one works day shift. So our schedules really clash, but we find one day that we pretty much can all sit down and at least have a couple of hours to sit down, play some tabletop, and just enjoy ourselves. It's pretty nice. Finally, something that like all the three of us can enjoy, and knowing their expectations and how they like to play tabletop, I can't really do with some of the other times where I'm like on stream or when we go to our local game store and play with a bunch of our other friends. So being able to sit down and give them a story-rich but yet combat-heavy with big monsters and lots of exploration and secrets unfolding that I'm having to make myself as we go along with the story, simply because of the simple fact of the story hasn't even been made yet. Like, I've always had this part of my world be, in my head, but I've never been able to really show it off or put it on paper. It's just been one of those little thoughts in my head, like, hey, it'd be pretty cool if this was in my world. And now I have the opportunity to pretty much give it life. So, without further ado, enjoy yourselves. Alrighty. So, the four of you have been traveling together for quite some time. You've seen some things, you've done some things. You're currently going through the Everbloom Forest. It's rather cold this particular evening. Rather cold in the sense of almost autumn getting close to winter. Nice chilled breeze whistling between the leaves crunching underneath your feet. You remember at least one of you hunting and the other of you foraging. At this point, I'll ask each of you to roll me a d8.
That's a 6.
Okay. Now with your 6, you recall that you had managed to get at least somewhat of a decent game. You've gotten 4 venison in your inventory from that particular hunt. Daniel?
Also 6.
6. You managed to collect a plentiful amount of green herbs and berries to at least settle to make something of at least either a jam or some kind of juice for fruits. You had laid down for the rest of the night, making campfire, resting, till the slumber comes over you. And the part that is rather unsettling is when you each, 4 of you, wake up and find yourselves bound in rope your wrists behind your back as you kind of just slowly brim into the abyss of the awakening. Move your shoulders side to side and find your arms bound, and you can't really move. Your restrictions of your arms have been lessened by the firm twains of rope. Looking around, you see that each four of you are back to back, and you're each bound inside of what appears to be some sort of wooden chair with your backs up against a wooden post. Your surroundings lit enough to see what's going on around you, but dark enough to make it so it's an unfamiliar place, rather eerie, creepy, and even giving you the sense of you're not welcome in here in the first place, but yet you were brought here by something or someone. Joe, as your character looks around, you see off into the corner there's a workbench. It's got various tools. Make me an insight check.
Natural one.
With your natural one, the angle that you are at versus the distance and the darkness, and there's not much light in the surroundings, you can't make out what the tools are in shape, other than you can see they're lined up in a row upon this table. You're not sure if that's a good thing, a bad thing, or if they're just there. Daniel, with your particular field of view, you can see that there are, off in the distance against the wall, what appears to be cuff chains that are linked against the wall, possibly used for old school torture methods, if not binding one to the wall. They're currently wide open, nothing used, and you can also see jail cells off to the far left. Each of which are strawn out with lots of straw upon the flooring to make at least somewhat of a bedding, so you're not sleeping against the hardwood floor. As time goes on and you're both intaking this information and you're observing your surroundings, you do hear the ceiling, to what you assume to be the floorboards to the upper level, creaking as dust trickles off of the ceiling and down across the floor in front of you. What do you do?
It's up the stairs, right? Where it's coming from?
It's straight above you, the creaking and what seems to be something moving above you. Yes, so it would be like you're in. Imagine if you're like in a basement and you're hearing people on the ground floor walking above you.
Okay. Well, is anyone here proficient with stealth? Or is anyone good at stealthing? Yeah, you want to take a peek at who's up there, maybe?
You're bound to a wooden post.
We're bound to a
So,
wooden post.
yeah, all four of you are sitting in a chair, your arms behind your back, your wrists bound, and then you're each...
I'm going to try and just see if I can break out of it, I guess.
Break out of it?
Yeah.
Make me a strength check.
Okay. Another natural one.
The knots on this particular rope definitely seem to be made of someone who definitely knows what they're doing in keeping their trapped. as you almost try to like force it and like do a couple of exercises that you're familiar with from your training and try to break out of it. It's not budging.
Oof. I was gonna say, hey, do you have anything that's particularly good at cutting rope or something that you can get to, like on your wrist or something?
The wizard or the spellcaster me is just gonna cast firebolt on the ropes that I have on my head.
Alright. So make me a D6 roll real quick.
on the ropes.
Six. So you pretty much like you sit and you fumble around your waistband trying to see if you've got some sort of like a survival knife or a pocket knife or something that you can get out of until you realize, wait, I know magic. And you will pretty much like kind of lean forward so your back is a little arched, and you will readjust your wrist so that you can pretty much like have your index finger and thumb toy with the rope itself. When you feel like you can adjust your palm against it to like grip it, you will pretty much charge a firebolt so that the raw heat will start to singe the fibers, and eventually you just hear it snap.
Oh shit.
I'm just gonna stretch and let go and release my dwarf friend.
Okay. Releasing him, you pretty much just have him lean forward and with your charged firebolt, just one after another, release each of them, finally freeing all the members in your group, the four of you. The rope very much singed, burnt, and reviewing it, this thing is not only triple knotted, but it is a knot that is made for binding. Like the more you try to resist, the tighter the knot will get.
Just gonna look at him and be like, someone's kinky.
Let's see.
Crinkle ASMR. Trying to get it closer for you so it'll pick you up better.
Oh, wait, is it just, so... Is it just two of us, or is there...
You
How-
each
how
control
many of us?
two of you. You
Okay,
each control two characters.
So, is our other characters there too?
Yes.
Like, bound to a chair with us?
Yes, the four of you
Okay.
together.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Okay. The four of us together.
Because you there's four total in the party, you controlling two characters, and then Daniel controlling
let's
two
see if my
characters.
secondary character has got anything.
Yeah. You're now free. You find yourselves now kind of trapped in this basement. You see there's cells, cages, torture restrictions, a workbench full of tools that were not identified from a distance. You do see there's a couple of crates off in one corner. You see that there's some boxes, some chests. Definitely seems to be someone's basement for sure.
Just miscellaneous crap. I'm exploring. Well, we both are.
Alright. What you gonna investigate first?
Let's take a look. Are we the only ones in the down here in terms?
In the basement, yes.
Okay, so the
Shit.
cells and shit are empty.
The only thing that is inside these cells is a bed of straw.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
What are the, walls made out of?
Stone. Almost cobblestone-like.
Oh, shit.
Hardwood floors. Above you is hardwood,
Oh, fuck.
but the walls are cobblestone.
Okay, what kind of tools are on the workbench?
So as you go over to the workbench and you take a closer look now up close, you see things that could be easily used for various means. Like you see what could be a pair of bolt cutters, some pliers, scissors, a handsaw. And being your current location, you can definitely guess this is probably a more inhumane way of extracting things. I wouldn't necessarily say a torturer's kit, as torturer's kits would definitely have different things, but this is definitely tools for forceful extraction.
Are they covered with blood by chance?
The only ones that are covered by blood, specifically, would be the handsaw. And this looks to be almost like an old school lumberjack saw that's maybe about a foot long.
Oh.
Where it's just a long sawtooth saw blade that's maybe about a quarter of an inch to half inch thick, and then just the curved metal handle.
You said bloody handsaw, pliers, and bolts.
Like bolt cutters and things of the sort.
I'm just gonna like slowly back up, like, oh lovely. Looks like someone was gonna have a lot of fun. Someone's too keen.
You think we need the bolt cutters?
We might. just the bolt cutters though.
Not the saw blade?
You can keep that.
I just want to throw it at someone.
Hey, if you want to throw it, we'll beat it, I guess.
Fuck that thing.
I would not recommend.
It's gross. I'm gonna leave that. Do we go to the door?
I'm gonna check the chest and stuff, see if there's anything in there that could be of help.
Alright,
Shit.
roll
Yeah,
me
the chest, right?
2 separate investigation checks.
Okay.
And then I'll let you pick which one's the chest and which one's the crate.
I did not. Okay, I didn't get as far, or get too far with my proficiencies, like all of them yet. So how would I do that?
Do you plan on having a proficiency in investigation?
Yeah.
Then yes.
Okay, so what would my bonus be?
Well, you're level 10. So as far as I am aware, it should be, if I am correct. Let me look at my Blood Mage class real quick for reference. Blood Mage, you're level 10, so it'll be a +4 for your training bonus.
Damn, both of them kind of suck.
No, which one's the crate and which one's the chest?
So we'll say the 12 is the crate, the 11 is the chest.
The 11 is the crate and 12 is the chest. So with your 11, as you open it up and you kind of just rummage your hand through what appears to be a bunch of just needless grass, probably using as a packing insulation, start pulling it out and sorting it through. Its contents inside appear to be that of what you can easily identify as alchemy supplies. You see various mushrooms, ferns, herbs. You see freeze-dried insects and butterflies. You see extractions of monster teeth and ears and fur. Things to make simple alchemies with.
Okay, interesting.
And then within the chest, as you open it up, you can see an assortment of just rugged rags that is probably what you guys were more than likely about to wear if you hadn't woken up in time.
Oh shit.
So they have no sense of style. Damn. Sadness. Alright, so gonna leave that. Well, definitely gonna take the alchemy shit with us.
Okay. So you're just gonna loot all that up?
Just the alchemy shit. They can keep them closed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Alright, so you pretty much gain yourself basic alchemy supplies. Is what that would equate to in your inventory.
Okay. I'll get the particulars from you later.
Jotaro, what are you doing? It's probably having to wait until you get back to the mic so they can pick it up. Just do it. She was just sitting at the doorway, like, is that for me?
How do we build up like our own proficiencies in the like, do you have a method on how to build up the skill proficiencies in here or something?
What do you mean?
Like you know, the acrobatics, persuasion, all that shit.
Oh, like what equates to what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me. It should be in your the actual printable character sheet that I sent you. It'll have them like the ability score and then under it what skills are associated with it.
Okay.
So if you can use that as reference.
That would be nice.
No, you cannot have ice cream, you needy husky. Child.
Like, but I want it.
We all know you want the ice cream, but you're not allowed to have the ice cream. You can have a finger here. Probably not as tasty, but...
So what are you doing in the midst of all this, Jotaro? You see that's one of your companions has sifted through a crate, cracking it open and growing interest to its contents, and then starts stuffing his knapsack with it.
I guess I'll. Just search the area.
Alright, roll me investigation.
Um, 18.
No, isn't that one? 18?
Yeah.
Alright. So with your 18, you peruse the area and pretty much start rummaging through everything. You find a set of stairs that lead up to the main floor. You then find what appears to be some sort of like basic cobblestone window, as there's no glass, but it's a hole in the wall to at least let air ventilate and a quick peek through the end of the outside. Peeping through, you definitely see you're still in the woods that you remember you being in. As a matter of where, you have no idea where. As you then go inside each of the cells and kind of just like look around, see if there's anything inside of these, kicking across the straw, see if there's anything hiding underneath it. In the far corner of what would be the entirety of the room, which is also inside of a cell, you will find a skull. Picking it up, you'll look it over. It's definitely been here for quite some time, to the point where even the teeth have begun to pretty much, if you flick it just right, it'll just come right off.
What? So this hasn't been used in a while.
So no head?
I'm gonna, Alaris is gonna throw it at Duluk and be like, catch. And he's gonna catch it, and she's gonna be like, you can't heal that. And she's gonna like look at her weird, just like, what the
The fuck you expect me to do with this, you daft cunt? What the fuck is this? You think I'm a joke to you? I heal the living, I'm not no fucking necromancer. Would you like to?
Alright. Well, you found a way out of the basement, and you found a way to see the outside.
Okay.
He's found a couple contents that he seemed to take interest of one of them.
Keys. I think it's fucking rags.
What'd you, oh, just,
No,
yeah,
don't do that
rags.
at all. Don't fuck the regs.
I have no idea what we have on us. In terms of equipment.
Well, we haven't gotten to your equipment just yet, but you will at least have a basic component pouch and some simple things to keep your armors up. As far as magical items and things of the nature, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
You've at least got your magic set up, right?
For the most part, it's just the damage and stuff I haven't put in yet.
5th edition stuff for now. I haven't made clear set in stone damage types and shit like that.
Yeah, like I have the basics pretty much. I have like.
I feel like me making my spell lists is gonna be the hardest part of writing this book.
I'm sure.
Because I'm gonna need like 300 plus spells.
I have to iron out the.
I don't even think 300, maybe like 150. And then for the second book, when I release my monster manual,
I'm gonna have to iron out this word. The racial bonuses for about the dwarf, which
you are a hungry motherfucker.
Yeah.
Do you got the munchies?
Yeah, I do.
Are you high?
Hell yeah, I am. I didn't expect to be this high though. Look.
This motherfucker had a whole ass muffin, a whole ass bowl of ice cream, and is now busting into a bag of chips. And I thought I was the fat fuck.
we all are.
We all are in our own ways, yes.
Don't look at me too like those.
Drop
puppy
the
dog eyes.
chip. He wants the chip.
Okay. But
That's a very good question. What do you want to do from here?
I guess Brentog is gonna quietly slip his way up the stairs and put his ear to the door, see what he can hear.
Roll me a stealth.
He does have proficiency in stealth, so what will be the stealth for that?
No, it's +4 plus your dex.
+4 plus the dex modifier, which for now is +3.
So that's a grand total of +7.
Yeah. 17.
17. So you managed to get up these stairs fairly quietly. You will notice it will have a creak of its own, but it's more towards if you walk central. So you'll pretty much start hugging the handrail and just let the handrail just guide you. As the closer to the edge of the stairs you go, the quieter it is versus the raw center. It's probably because it's the weakest point of these stairs. You press your ear up into the door is going to make you have me roll a perception check.
Okay. Also proficient in that, so same thing.
Plus, and so instead of dex, it's your wisdom. Let me look. Did the drive. Perception is yes, wisdom.
Wisdom 4 plus. Okay, so you have 17 again.
17 again. You'll hear something or someone muttering what you assume to be an incantation, as you also, following the incantation, is the sounds of what you're familiar with being the sound of a mortal and pestle being used, as you hear the grinding of something being turned into a sand. Whatever she's working on, it's definitely already into a fine powder content, because it's literally sounds like an hourglass swishing around as her pestle is grinding.
Shit.
And you said I hear muttering.
Muttering of what you can assume to be an incantation, judging by the way him, whatever this thing is. The way they're saying it's, and the rhythm they are saying it's.
Okay.
It's slow. Hearing the words, they're definitely that of an arcane language. The syllables are strung out, and they almost seem concentrated. And Shiva has took it upon herself to do crumb inspection.
His check.
What?
Shiva has took it upon herself to do crumb inspection.
Can I possibly make out what language it is, or even what spell is being spoken?
Arcane.
Just arcane.
Yep. Arcana.
I am not good with arcana with Brentalk crap.
The mage is not good with arcane? That's a little weird.
Well, the mage is the mage sneaking with me? Shit, I just said Brentalk was going. Well, okay, Althea, I guess we'll sneak up there with him and see if she can make out the spell. If she is skilled in arcana.
Damn it, Shiva, stop that. No.
So what would that be?
No.
Arcane is... Arcana is your intelligence.
Plus 2. And since she's proficient in it, it'll be 4 plus 2, so plus 6. And that was outside of me. Well, fuck. 12.
12?
Yeah.
You can't make out the spell, but it... Mostly because you realize it's not even a spell. It's a ritual. Whatever she's grinding up, it very much is something she's wanting to enchant.
Mm-hmm.
And she, your character, definitely identifies that whoever is muttering this is definitely that of a feminine voice. Scraggly, old, raspy.
Fuck. I hope it's not a hag. She's just like, please don't let it be a hag. Please don't let it be a hag. Please don't let it be a hag. We're both just gonna crack the door and see what we see.
Cracking the door open, you see an individual that is very much sitting on a stool, leaned over, slouching, and their clothes is very much obstructed by your vision, mostly because of the fact that they're wearing some sort of overcoat or maybe a cape that is made of raven feathers.
Fuck, can either of us possibly make out what this could be? Like, do we recognize what it could be possibly with the raven feathers?
It's either a witch, a shaman, or a hag.
Fuck. Just fuck. We're both just gonna like quietly close the door and slip our asses back down so we can tell them.
So, you see the two come back to you two, and they will inform you of their findings of what they assume to be of some elder lady of arcane richness performing some sort of ritual upon whatever they're grinding out into a fine powder.
Do I hear any of this stuff? Or like...
That's what they are telling you in your characters.
Okay, because I don't want to get too close because I'm wearing fucking heavy armor and shit.
Well, they came back downstairs as you guys are interacting with each other. It gives a whole new meaning to you're talking to yourself.
Okay.
And they will inform you in your characters of which they had just found.
Okay. Let's see. I guess I'll try to decipher. Oh. Do we know like what the ritual's being used for?
They're trying to enchant or do something with what they're making a fine powder. They're making a fine powder using a mortar and pestle while doing an incantation that's his mage deciphered to be a ritual used to either enhance or enchant the powder.
Oh, okay, that's it? Okay. Oh shit. Damn, we don't know like anything about this thing yet. Other than it's like
Kidnapped you.
sounds and it sounds like an old person or something like that.
Wearing a cloak? I think. Wearing something with a shit ton of out from raven feathers.
Oh shit.
And whoever this is, they're definitely knowledgeable enough of how to, knowledgeable and strong enough to get you into this basement and do such a knot so that if you struggle, you're just tying yourself tighter.
Oh, I forgot to ask. This figure that was in a stool, did it seem pretty big or was it small?
It's about average, judging by just seeing them sit in the stool. They're maybe about 4.5, 5 feet tall, if you had to guess.
Gotcha. So, yeah. I don't know what y'all want to do. But, I don't
Cock shotgun with malicious intent.
I mean, we can, but, my characters are kind of the ones that sit back and try to get them.
Let's see. Yeah, we might have to just, kick down the door or something.
Just, this is the IRS!
Fireball in there. Fuck it.
Let's see.
Just cracks doors, just quietly
Death
sticks out
blossom
a
it.
hand.
No, it's like the moment in a cartoon where you see like a hand slowly emerge from the crack of the door, just boom.
Just like fireball. They quickly just retracts hand.
Closes door.
Actually, can I do that?
Roll me one more stealth.
I kinda wanna do it. Just to see what will happen. Ooh. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
What'd you get?
3? Yeah, rolled a 3.
So as you get this brilliant idea, the very first step that your body weight pushes on will break right under your feet because the weight of your foot pretty much has nothing to lean against now. Your whole body will just pretty much fall forward and just break about 4 more steps.
I'm just gonna be like, the fuck? I'm just gonna be ow, and also, how the hell did this support us the first time? If it's gonna break this easily. This is trash. Do we still hear the same? Like, do we hear any movement now?
You will hear. Instead of here, you will see. Who is calling me?
They're calling me.
Well, mine went off too.
Hello? I'm okay, how are you? Yes, everything's fine. Continue. So we see what now?
So as you pretty much just have your little finagle, and you start like, how the fuck did you end up on that one kind of scenario? You will see from one end of the basement leading to the main doorway leading to the basements. Definitely opposite of where you found the first individual. Like footsteps and trails of dust coming off of the ceiling as it just...
Oh, fuck.
The door will rip open, to which you are immediately met with a very not so happy orc.
Altheus is just gonna look up at him and be like, "Hey,
And
I can completely explain this."
You've got lots of explaining to do this, Missy. How the hell did you get out?
Better question: how the hell did you kidnap us and bring us here? And why you get mad when you wrong?
Am I wrong? Oh shit! And you realize he's not wearing pants, and he just like runs.
Oh my
off.
god! Well, while he's doing that, I'm just gonna run up real quick. Fireball!
Alright, I'm gonna just start making essays, and I guess this is the point where we roll initiative.
Like, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit I'm about. Fuck this shit I'm about.
No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my shit and leave.
Yeah.
Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. The fan needs to get some pants.
it's got about an hour and 52 minutes left, and it's looking good. It stayed on the build plate.
Must be nice. Having your shit stay on the build plate. Bastard. Yep, so the orc came to the door and pretty much went, hey, you guys aren't supposed to be out yet. And then he made a comment like, why are you doing that? You're the one in the wrong. The orc took it as, you're in the raw, looks down and realizes he's not clothed.
Oh fuck! But he's not clothed. Wait, what?
You just saw a big orky dicky.
Apparently,
Oh,
I
shit.
somehow missed that one. Did you say he was very naked?
Yes.
Yeah, I did miss that one.
You looked down and realized he was not clothed.
Oh shit. Let me roll initiative here. Duluke got a 2.
Mr. Duluke.
Yeah, Duluke. And Laura got a 12. Or Alaris, my bad. Alaris.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. I need to go find some pants.
Alright, what did D-Luke get?
2.
Oh,
Either got a 2. In true Shadowheart fashion.
the D-Luke got a 2. What did your other guy get?
Alaris got a 12.
Oh, Walrus got a 12. Not alarms, Alarus. Alright, what about you, Daniel? Who got what?
Theo got a nat 20, and Brento got a, well, I rolled a 13, but I don't know what the initiative count
And what was the other name?
is. Brenton.
Brental?
Brenton.
Brental. Alright. With your natural 20 surprise round, you throw your fireball.
Why not?
Cool, because they already failed.
So how much damage is that?
A normal fireball,
So how much is that? 66?
8d6.
Fuck, okay.
yourself some ice cream there.
I'm just more thinking like, yes, first turn, fireball.
Oh yeah, first turn fireball. Instantly. Vibe check, bro.
They failed the vibe check.
They failed the vibe check.
So that's 32.
What's fire?
Yes.
Okay. So, as you watch the orc run by, without a second thought, she just fastball throws a fireball. It explodes against the wall behind him. And you pretty much watch this explosion go off, and it does a pretty decent damage to the wall. And then about a couple seconds later, you hear a second explosion, and then a third, and then a fourth, followed by a pretty loud, big explosion, and the sounds of screaming.
Oh fuck.
You're just gonna hear her laughing maniacally, be like, that's what you're asking!
I was just gonna be like, what did you do?
I set it on fire.
Oh, okay, good job. I would have done the same thing.
Fuck, you're not gonna kidnap me.
I'm just looking at the audio recording, and I just see the laugh absolutely just peaking and like that thick of a fucking wavelength.
Yeah, just like, fuck you. Brindog is just shaking his head, be like, damn this woman. Damn this woman.
Why did I marry this woman?
How do you think? Actually, that could be interesting. Huh, you gave me an idea.
Oh no. What have I done? Bunk, no horny.
I mean, she's a spellcaster. He's like a pro kind of person. We'll talk about it. Continue.
Well, with that being said, Shiva, put your sniffer away. Brintog's up.
Okay, fuck. So Brindog's just gonna go. What do I even see at this point? Like, I'm pretty sure I see a lot of fire, but what else?
You see a lot of smoke, a lot of fire, and you're pretty sure spickles of napalm.
Oh. I'm just gonna Brindog's gonna look it out there and be like, you had to shoot fire first and ask questions later. And she's just gonna shrug her head. She's gonna shrug her like, hey. I didn't know what we was gonna deal with. All I saw was a naked orc. What's your excuse? But
He had small pee-pee.
I'm gonna try and forget what I saw.
Big muscle, small pee-pee.
Does she even see anyone that is ready to fight, or is just everything on fire? Does Brintog see anyone that isn't even ready to fight?
Well, the orc is definitely ran off. So pretty much what Brintog saw looking up at the staircase was the orc run off to the left. Thea hurl a fireball. It explodes, which a couple seconds later caused another explosion, which caused another explosion, which caused an even bigger explosion. And then lots of screaming. And go figure, he's now after the fucking princess. This motherfucker. Fuck you, share, damn it. Now you got me hungry again.
Okay.
What, you don't eat pretzels with a spoon?
No. No, I don't typically, no.
So yeah, it's still Brentog's turn.
What can Brintog do? Like, he sees a lot of fire? Like, is there like a way out that I can see out of this fireball?
Yeah, upstairs.
There's another set of stairs.
What do you think you guys went up to get out the first time?
I get that part. Like I said,
That's the only way out of the basement.
I get out of the basement, but I'm talking about out of the fiery upstairs now.
So pretty much the if you were to go upstairs, you would have at least a decent sized hallway to work with.
Okay. I get that. I'm just wondering, do I see anyone that is ready to fight? Because all you explained was that there's fire, there's smoke.
You don't see anything that's living or moving.
Okay.
You would see.
Yeah, see anything that's living or moving. And I don't see a way like out of the fire, like outside to outside.
Not at first glance.
Oh shit.
You'd probably have to go up the stairs to take a look to see your further surroundings, because you don't know the building you're in.
Right. So, like I said, he went up the stairs. He went up the stairs, and he's trying to survey what the hell kind of damage it is. That's what I was saying.
He struggles to get up to the 6th step that is still intact. Rush up, peeks his head out the door. As he looks to see what once was a massive alchemy lab is now literal dripping fire. Literal napalm. That entire portion of the house is no longer existent. The walls have exploded outwards. The ceiling has caved in.
Blew up my flat, man.
And Brentalk is just really gonna shoot daggers out there and be like, you really had to shoot first and ask questions later. He's just like, what? You can't blame me.
But looking around, you do see there's another hallway leading to your left, which you do remember the orc rushing down.
Yo. I'm just gonna relay what I see back to them and be like, I vote we get the fuck out of here. Like, right now. So I'm gonna start making my way up.
Okay. Zoe, your turns.
Let's see. I guess I'll just start making my way down the hallway.
Alright.
Okay.
You climb up the stairs. You relay. And as a group, you pretty much start looking around as the fire is very much spreading rapidly. You find a front door. It opens with ease. You rush back out into the wilderness. Looking behind you, you pretty much see what is easily identifiable as a hag hut burning to the ground.
Oh shit.
Althea's just gonna be like, yes. And fuck you!
This is just gonna be like, good job there. That's pretty impressive.
She's just gonna take out a random. Her and Brentalk are just gonna take out a random blood. Just start soaking and watching it burn.
So this is not a Dollar General burning down?
So? This is vengeance.
Destroy a whole freaking hut in one swing.
Only because he exploded the alchemy lab itself
Yeah.
and literally caused napalm to form.
Fucking hilarious.
Session 1. Create napalm. Congratulations. Achievement unlocked.
Yes.
They all got fucked.
They got beyond fucked.
She's just gonna look at him.
There's a piece of her over there, piece of her over there.
She's just gonna look and be like, you think any of them made it?
No, I don't think so.
Do we literally see pieces of the hag everywhere?
Yeah. Like a fucking exploded bird.
You blew them all to hell.
Oops. She's like, I'm not apologizing. I am not apologizing.
Blue's gonna be like, may their gods rest their souls. Look at that thing in the sky there. You know what that is? And Lars is gonna try and see if she can see it, and hopefully see if she can gather any history on dragon riders or something like that?
Perception with disadvantage.
Shit. Okay.
I'm just gonna look it out there and be like, hey, you know if dragon riders are okay?
That is a... 10. Or no, 9.
9.
No, wait, 11, sorry. I did the other way instead. Yeah, 11.
11. Very good.
It's 11.
She struggles to make out the figure, but it's not until it hits a certain angle with the wingspan and the way that it's literally flapping its wings. She will then eventually make out the figure, to which then I will need a history check.
Alright.
If you want to have him roll a history check too.
It'll be out there for this one.
Yep.
16 for Alaris on history.
Okay.
Wisdom goes right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think, unless it's intelligence. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Yeah, history is intelligence.
Okay. 74 plus 2... 25.
Oh, fuck. Alright, so they will both recognize that, Dragon Riders are either one of two things. Dragoona or the Cult of the Dragon.
Althea's going to reveal this to everybody. So this could be either good or very bad.
What are the Dragoona freaking known for? Are they gonna try to kill us? Do I know that much?
The Dragoona are well known in history to be pretty much the resistance. The Cult of the Dragon wish to bring back the dragon's original status with everyone looking at them as gods. Because there was a point in time where dragons were perceived as gods and were respected. And then pretty much the dragon slaying began for a certain amount of years, and all the dragons went into hiding it out of fear. And now the Cult of the Dragon is trying to bring their status back, but instead of perceived as gods, as dictators. And the dragons are very neutral at this point. It's like they've found their place in society as they are not wanted anymore. And the only people they really trust anymore are themselves, fellow dragons, or those that prove useful to them. And the Dragoona are pretty much their resistance team. They are the ones that are trying to fight back against the Cult of the Dragon through hand-to-hand, humanoid to humanoid, rather than just gassing them out, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
So they can Dragoona can either be your best friend or your worst enemy.
Shit, I don't think I know any Dragoona, do you?
I don't think so. I don't think either of you.
Oh shit. What's like nearby? Anything to hide under? Like a...
They're already gone.
Oh, they're already gone?
They pretty much just flew over you chasing after that other dragon.
That's right. They were chasing the other dragon, yeah. Should be like, well, shit. Should we follow them? Like, go the way they're going? Like...
Well, it was me and Brent. We're talking out there, just gonna look at each other and be like, I feel like we feeling nosy. Let's go.
We're gonna follow the way the dragons were going.
Okay. As you pretty much go around the massive smoke flare, you travel forth into the woods, and after about several hours worth of travel, you find yourselves happened on a river. To go forth and keep following the dragons and what you assume to be a Dragoona, you'd have to somehow go through the river. Doesn't appear to be a bridge nearby.
How big is the river?
A good 50 feet wide.
Shit.
Lovely.
I guess we'll have to try swimming. Got any better ideas? Wait, I might have something. Probably not, but.
Hello, babies. Have you come to snuggle up to me? Hey, guys. Bye, baby.
I'm just gonna cast Dimension Door.
Oh shit.
So you're gonna cast Dimension Door, and are you just gonna bring yourself over there?
Althea will bring Brentog. Is there anyone else she can bring? Can she bring everybody?
Pretty sure it says that you can only bring up to one individual, doesn't it?
I don't know. I didn't get a chance to remember. I still have to work off the details of it.
So give me 1 second. Let me look at Dimension Door.
I think Dimension Door is just one, and Teleport is the whole party.
You teleport yourself from your current location to another spot that you can see within range. You revive. You arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be a place you can see or visualize. You can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. You can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller who is carrying gear up to its carrying capacity.
I can bring Brentog. Because he's a dwarf.
Alright.
Do we have? I guess we have rope, but let's see if we can. Or actually, yeah. First, let's see if we have rope with us. But I still have to work out.
It would be in your adventuring pack, yes.
Sweet. So how long is the rope?
Typically, rope is about 60 feet standard.
Sweet. So Althea's just gonna take out rope and she's gonna hand it to the little. Be like, hold this. Before she dimensions doors over there with Brentog.
Oh shit.
Be like, great, thank you.
That's one way to do it.
So I guess we're now going to be in.
I guess I'll use a pigeon to hammer it down, I guess.
Okay.
Do we have that?
If I have a pigeon, let me check.
Do we have one of those in there too?
What's up?
A hammer and pigeon.
It's part of the adventuring pack.
Oh yeah, great. So we'll hammer the other side too.
Okay. I guess I'll try to cross the rope.
Alright, I'm going to need an athletics check.
Alright. Brenta, or freaking apply, goddamn. Dude. Got a 18 for Duluth.
Okay.
Loris. Natural 20.
Alrighty. So they both, holding on to this, will pretty much use it to guide and help them not being swept among the current. And it'll take them a good 5-ish, 10 minutes, somewhere between there, before they get across to the other side. They will, every once in a while, definitely feel what seems like fish rushing against or between their legs. And then they will go to the other side of the shore, dripping wet.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't do water. Okay, and unfortunately I think I might have to stop there.
Okay.